Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome in. This is Dream, the Chosen Seer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope you're doing well, feeling safe, and feeling blessed because you are. I have a message for someone specific out there. Um, but before we get started, yes, the screen is intentionally blacked out. For those of you who are new to the channel or unfamiliar with the live stream, this is how we do the live stream here on the channel. I do it this way just so that you will hear my voice and listen to this message. After receiving this message, I encourage you to pray to the Lord for divine confirmation. Pray that the Lord will give you confirmation that this message is indeed from Him to you, because there are so many messengers out there, but you want to make sure that this message is for you. I know that this message is spooky, but I know that it's for someone specific. So watch if you believe this is your message, or just watch. We can all learn from someone's story, right? I see a very freaky situation going on here, where the devil was not able to block you. Okay. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the saying, no one can block your blessings, right? Um, Oh, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for this message. I just know it's going to help someone out there. Please bear with me, you guys, because I'm seeing so much and I just want to take my time to put it into words and really deliver this message clearly and accurately, where you yourself can also visualize what is happening around you if you believe this is your message. There is someone who I'm seeing. This person is so scared of you. You live rent-free in this person's mind. They are so scared of your power and what you're capable of. They're worried. They're worried about what you're going to do next, your big move, your next big move. There is power that you carry, and that is not your power, but it is the power of God. The Lord has blessed you with His power. He has granted you His power and His strength. And there is power in your actions. There's power in the things that you do. And this person knows it. It's almost as if they've been monitoring you, monitoring your progress. This is really the devil. I say it all the time that the only enemy that we have is the devil. The devil is very threatened by your forward movement, by your progress, your prosperity, and your success. And the devil has been watching you prosper. He's been watching you elevate. He's been watching you grow. He's been watching you get closer and closer to God. And he is intimidated. He is intimidated. And then you also have physical people, people in flesh and body, who have been watching your success. They've been monitoring your growth, and they are intimidated by your success. They know that you are bound to do great things, bigger, better things. They know that you will be better than them if you aren't already, and they are threatened by you. They are threatened by your success. They have been captured by jealousy. I'm making this example because everything that the devil is doing, he is using a physical person to do his dirty work. The way the devil is so threatened by your progress, your elevation, is the way he is using a physical person, because the devil is a spirit, right? His spirit has to reside in a physical person. That physical person will do his dirty work. That physical person carries the same characteristics as the devil. So you have the devil, a demonic spirit, who is very threatened by your life purpose and destiny. You're doing big things, whether you acknowledge it or not. You're doing big things. Many of you, you're like light years ahead. You're accomplishing things that the average person has yet to accomplish. You're accomplishing things that maybe even people of your demographic, whether it's your age, whether it's your gender, whether it's your race, your ethnicity, your culture, you're accomplishing things that the average person isn't accomplishing. And so whether you acknowledge it or not, you are a big deal. You are recognized by God. And when you are recognized by God, you are bound to be recognized by people. So the way the devil is so threatened by your progress and prosperity, he is also influencing people to be intimidated by your progress and prosperity. These people are his agents, agents of the devil, who do not want you to elevate anymore. They want you stuck and bound. They are threatened by your success. They look at you. It's like looking at your resume. Some of you have very impressive resumes. You have incredible gifts, talents, and skills. The Lord has blessed you. Like I said, you're like light years ahead of the average person. And someone here, the devil and his agents, are very threatened by you. They know if you've already accomplished so much, whether physically, spiritually, they know that you are bound to accomplish even bigger things, bigger goals. And they think that they can hold you back. Something's going on around you. This is a really big scandal here. Whether it's one person orchestrating this scandal or whether it's several people, but something's going on around you where people are trying to hold you back. They're trying to cease. They want to cease you. They're trying to withhold important communication, block, disrupt, interfere with communication and good news that may even help open big doors for you. They might even be trying to, I see someone ripping mail, ripping some sort of letter that comes in the mail. Some of you could have people around you who are even doing witchcraft to try to hold you back spiritually. It's like they want to bind you, keep you stuck. They might even, some of you may even be dealing with people trying to cease, like they're trying to cease your finances, withholding money that is rightfully yours, or withholding information that can help you to excel. Maybe some of you are in situations where people are trying to cease your finances, cease your assets, interfere with your work, your career, and much more. Because, and why is this happening? Why is this happening? Where you have people who are physically trying to hold you back because the devil couldn't spiritually hold you back. I say it all the time. In order for anything to happen in the physical realm, because here on earth is the physical realm. But in order for anything to happen in the physical realm, it must first take place in the spirit realm, in the spiritual realm. You see, nobody can block or take away the blessings that God has for you. So the devil himself, who is a spirit, tried to block you. It didn't work. Your blessings lies in the hands of God. Therefore, your blessings are safe and secured, and you are safe and secured. Because the devil was not able, the spirit of the devil was not able to spiritually block or take away your blessing. The spirit of the devil is now influencing people in flesh and body to physically hold you back. So the devil is like, okay, I can't spiritually hold back this child of God. Let me influence people to physically hold back this child of God. And that is why some of you may have people monitoring you, watching you, withholding information from you, stealing from you. Some of you, maybe your assets are being seized. Your finances are being seized. Your work is being disrupted. There is a person who is carrying the spirit of the devil. The devil is a spirit, but he goes through people. He uses physical people to carry out his dirty work. There is a physical, you have a spiritual enemy, that's the devil, and then you have an enemy in the flesh. This person is so scared of you. They are driven by fear. They're so worried about what you're capable of doing. And I really feel like this is someone who could be in a high place. And what do I mean a high place? Like this is someone who might even have more money, more status than you, but they know that you are a force to be reckoned with, and they know that you're going to surpass them. They know that you're going to do better than them, greater than them. They know that you're going to become more successful than them because they see your progress. You are achieving things at a faster rate than the average person. And they think that they can be a physical blockage. Don't get me wrong. Everybody has the right to have an opinion and think what they want to think. But the moment a person tries to block you. They want to stand in your way and work against the will of God, because it is a part of God's will for you to be as successful and prosperous as you can be. The moment and I've said this before on the channel, you can think what you want to think about me. That's your business. But the moment you try to be a blockage, you want to play the role of my adversary, where you are withholding information, you're doing sneaky, scandalous things to me. The moment you try to be a blockage in my way, I am getting down on my knees and praying to the Lord to remove all blockages. And that includes people who want to be a blockage in my way. Some of you have got to start handling things on from a spiritual perspective. Start praying. Pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. Just like how the enemy is trying to seize you, pray without ceasing. The enemy is trying to cause you an ending. Pray without ending. Don't end the prayer. Pray every morning, every afternoon, every evening. Get on your knees and pray that God will remove all blockages, including people, physical blockages, because some of you are not even dealing with spiritual blockages. Some of you, your blessings are truly protected. Nobody can touch it. You and your blessings are safe and secured. But the devil is using people to physically block you. Like I said earlier, in order for anything to happen in the physical realm, it must first take place in the spiritual realm. Many of you don't realize that this blessing has already manifested in the physical realm. Some of you have job opportunities that are waiting on you, but you have enemies that are trying to block you from this job, interfering with communication. Some of you have money. Your blessings have manifested into the material world as money, funds. Some of you are financially struggling, but you have money waiting for you, funds waiting for you. But you have people trying to withhold information from you. The devil couldn't spiritually block you. So now he is trying to physically block you. And he's using people to do it. These people, these physical enemies in the flesh who you have, they are fearful of what you're capable of because they see you as extremely powerful, gifted, talented, skilled, and they know that you'll be better than them. You'll do better than them, and they can't stand it. These physical enemies in the flesh are full of nothing but jealousy and malice, a wicked kind of envy, where because they can't have your success, they can't have your blessings, they don't want you to receive your blessings. The thing is, it doesn't work that way. Because this blessing of yours that God has given you, your blessing has already manifested in the spiritual. So it is bound to happen in the physical. But the enemy is trying to cause delays. The enemy is trying to cause delays by blocking you. You need to pray. You need to pray consistently that God will remove all blockages, including physical blockages. And some of you will start seeing the people who you thought liked you, the people who you thought were on your team, you'll start seeing them be removed because they were a part of the problem. They were the blockage. For those of you who work with other people, like you have a team of people that you work with, discern them. Discern them. Discern everybody who you're supposed to be working, who is supposed to be working with you, because not all of them are on your team. Some of them are being bribed to withhold information from you. Okay. Some of them are being bribed. Some of them carry a jealous spirit and they don't want you to receive your blessing. And so they're withholding things from you. Someone is trying to cease Someone is trying to cease you. They want to hold you back. And then there's someone here who has a business rival. There's someone here who has a business, and the Holy Spirit said business competitor. So let me correct myself. There's someone here who has a business competitor who knows all about you. Your resume, your record is stellar, incredible, fascinating, miraculous. And this business competitor knows that you have so much more to come. You're a shooting star. This business competitor knows that it doesn't end here. You've already done incredible things, but there's more. There's more incredible things that you will do. This business competitor who I'm seeing could be the one who's in a high place. This person's connected to some sort of company, business, institution, organization. They have a lot of money, they have a lot of connections, they have a lot of status, but all of those things means nothing. No one is more powerful than God. You understand? And what I see this person's doing, they're doing heavy corruption. They're bribing people. They're giving people lump sums of money to work against you. The people who are supposed to be working with you, they're working against you. They're sabotaging you. You need to reflect and reevaluate some of the partners who are working with you. I don't know if these are business partners. I don't know if this is like someone's accountant, secretary, something like that. There's someone here who is in the business world, and I see you work with a lot of people. You have a team of people. Okay. And they are working against you. They have taken a lump sum of money, a bribe, and they're working against you. They were told to cease you, hold you back, strip everything away from you. And even if you're experiencing difficulties, they're being told to not help you. And if they do see help coming towards you, they're being told to block it. Some of you are in some challenging situations and someone around you knows the solution. They're not going to tell you. The goal is to cease. You're so powerful, the enemy wants to cease you, strip you of everything that you have, because you are like the great magician. This rival, this competitor of yours is wondering, how are you able to do what you do? It must be the tools and resources that you have. So let's cease all of the tools and resources that this child of God has. There's a tactic that this competitor is using, and they have been all up in your business. This must be somebody who's in a high place, earthbound though. When I say a high place, because the Lord sits in the highest place. He's in the heavens watching, looking down at everybody, even those who have power, wealth, and status here on earth. This is somebody, like, I keep on, this feeling that I'm getting, it's like somebody putting their hands, for my ladies out there, imagine you have a purse, you're wearing your purse and somebody puts their hand in your purse. This is somebody who has been invading you. That's the feeling that I get. They've been invading you, and they're going through the people who are supposed to have your back. There's so many, everything that your physical enemies in the flesh are doing is exactly what the devil tried to do in the spiritual realm, but he couldn't do it successfully because your blessings lies in the hands of God. It is protected. And so the devil's like, okay, I can't spiritually block this child of God. Let me see if I can physically do it. Let me influence the people around them. Let me influence some of them to be so jealous and wickedly envious that they will try to sabotage this child of God. Let me influence some of these other people here to start compete. Like, there's a lot of negative influences, the people around you. Please, once again, check the people who work with you. These professional collaborations, something's not right. Something's not right. Give me a few seconds, y'all. Give me a few seconds. Let me just focus here on this. I'm going to turn off the light. That's going to help me focus. Something's not right, Holy Spirit. Like something's okay. You are so powerful. It's like the enemy wants to keep you bound. Like somebody just wants to put you in like a cell, in like a prison cell where you can't move because every time you make a move, you make power moves. There is power in your actions. It's like the devil is trying to mess up your work. And again, everything the devil's trying to do, you have a physical enemy in the flesh who the devil is influencing to behave that way as well. Those of you who are intellectuals, you're smart, you're gifted, you're skilled, you're talented. I see people trying to mess with you to distract you because when you're not mentally well, you can't think straight. Especially for those of you who are gifted, artistic. If you're not mentally well, if you're worried, you're stressed, you're fearful, you're paranoid, you won't be able to think clearly. You see, it's messing up the conflict and chaos that the enemy's causing around you. It is messing with your work. It's messing up your work because that's the ultimate goal, for you to regress. The devil doesn't want you to progress. The devil wants you to regress. The devil doesn't want any forward movement. Some of you are truly being stressed out. Something's stressing you out, and it's interfering with your gifts, your skills, your talents, your work. It's interfering with your work. Because when you're stressed, you can't think straight. You when you're stressed, it's hard to be as productive. And it's all to hold you back. There's someone here. There's someone here. Take it how it resonates, please. But there is someone here who is in some sort of business affair, and your adversary is someone who has some sort of connections to a business, organization, company, maybe even an institution. Because and it's a man. It's a man that's doing this. It's an older man that's doing this. Like this is somebody here who could be at least like 50s or up, like 50 minimum. This is somebody who is over the age of 50 is what I'm trying to say. And they have a lot of experience in this industry, but you intimidate them because they look at your record, they look at your history and everything that you've done, and you've achieved so much in such a short time. In such a short time. And they're like, how is this child of God able to do this? Because God is with you. God is the one who gives you the intelligence. God is the one who gives you the gift, the skill, the talent. And this person feels like you are their competitor, like you're going to surpass them, and they want to prevent you from doing that. This person, I'm seeing the number 4. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm seeing the number 4, which is okay. This is very demonic. I know that the devil is behind the things that people are doing to you physically. I'm seeing the number 4. It's almost like this enemy in the flesh, this adversary of yours. They have 4 people. They have sent 4 people after you. And each of these people are to guard the different aspects of your life. Like one person is watching your personal life. One person who they paid. So you have an adversary, right? It's an older man. He's over the age of 50, very well experienced, but for some reason, he's intimidated by your success. He sees you as a competitor. He has assigned 4 people to you. Let me tell y'all something. When you see people assigning people to you, that's demonic. That's what the devil does. The devil assigns demons to people to attack people. The devil assigns his agents to people. So this adversary of yours, who is a physical person, they are carrying the spirit of the devil. That's why they're behaving like the devil. The devil's a spirit. He has to go through a vessel. Like he needs a physical body. The spirit of the devil is residing in this adversary of yours. I keep on seeing an older man. This man is behaving like the devil because the spirit of the devil is inside of him. He has assigned 4 people. I keep on getting number 4. Like he's assigning people to you. That's demonic. That's demonic. He's not, this is not something like, oh, he is doing this. He has already done this. And you're feeling something going on in your life. You're either feeling like you're being monitored, watched, someone's trying to block you, interfere, something like you can sense it. You know, there's some sort of nonsense going on. He has assigned 4 people to you. Like I said earlier, you guys, this is a message for someone specific. So listen for entertainment. We can all learn from another person's story, or listen if you believe this message is for you. But this is a very specific message for someone specific, because I'm seeing numbers. I'm hearing things so clearly. This man has assigned 4. This makes perfect sense. This is spiritual warfare. There's a demonic spirit residing in this man and using him to carry out the devil's dirty work. This man has assigned 4 people to you. He already did. That's why you're sensing all sorts of things going on around you. Each of these 4 people have different assignments. One of them is like watching, monitoring your personal life. This is somebody here who knows where you live. Okay. Be careful if you live in those those apartments or residential buildings that have staff members, because they could easily be paying the staff members to do, to interfere with your life. But it's something about your personal life. Like he's watching your personal life. He's doing something here with your personal life. He is to watch and gatekeep, to hold you back. Then the second one who I see, this has to do with your outside affairs. And what do I mean by outside affairs? Like when you go out and about, your daily routines, your affairs. The second agent, the second person who I see was assigned to you, they watch your daily affairs. Like if you go to somebody's house, okay, who is that? Is that a friend? Is that a business partner? Like something about your outside activities. They're watching. This is crazy. This is crazy. At the end of the day, I'm going to say this. At the end of the day, this is a situation that you can't win by yourself. The power of God is needed. It is God who has blessed you with something that the enemy doesn't want you to receive. Okay? Like I said, this is a spiritual blessing that has manifested in the physical realm. For some of you, this is a job. This is some sort of important role or position that is for you. For others of you, it's money, it's funds. For others of you, it's an asset. It's like your spiritual inheritance, some of you would call it. But this wall that your adversary is trying to build around you, I mean, I'm going to tell you this, trust nobody. You can't trust anyone at this point. And I'm going to tell you why. The love for money is the root to all evil. Some of the people who you trust, who are supposed to be working with you, working for you, supporting you, they're working with your adversary because they took a bribe. They're all wearing a mask. It's creepy. It's spooky. Like imagine being surrounded by a group of people, but they're all wearing a mask. That's some spooky stuff that I'm seeing here. Wow. Your adversary is trying to build a wall around you to block you. Okay. But let me tell you this. I want you to go and read about the story of Jericho, the walls of Jericho. Because these walls of Jericho will fall. The solution lies in the instructions that God has been giving you. Some of you, God has told you, just ignore what's going on. Let it go. Release and surrender. That is the solution. That is what will destroy this wall of Jericho that the enemy has built around you to block you. Everybody's instructions are different. But what I'm saying is whenever you experience a blockage, because there's no blockage that the Lord cannot remove, right? God is almighty. He's almighty. So there's no blockage that he cannot remove. If God says today is the day that my child is going to be receiving their blessings, then yes, today will be the day. He will remove all obstacles. He will destroy all blockages. So, you got to go to him. You got to go to God and say, "Father Lord, what are the instructions? What is the solution? What are your instructions? What are your solutions that will break and destroy this wall of Jericho that the enemy has built around me?" Because that's what happens, right? The Israelites, when they saw the wall of Jericho, they ended up praying to the Lord. And the Lord had given them a solution on what to do. I think they were told to walk around the wall a certain amount of time or something like that. And immediately when they did, those walls came crashing down and they were able to access their blessings. That's what it is. Some of you, your instruction is to just have faith in God. And it's very difficult to not worry. It's like God is saying, "Don't worry, don't worry." And you're like, but God, I have an army surrounding me, aiming at me, pointing their guns at me. How do I not worry? But that's how the devil's testing your faith, by making you worry. Some of you, indeed, you're in some weird situation. I see it. Some of you, indeed, you're in some sort of complex situation where you're like, "Oh, how do I get out of this one?" Some of you, you're dealing with some big enemies in high places, but God will give you the strength and the power, just like David and Goliath, where God gave David the strength and power to knock down Goliath, who was a whole giant. How was he able to do that? Because of the power of God. Some of you, it's your faith that's being tested. Some of you have enemies around you that are trying to scare the crap out of you because they feel like that will cause you to forfeit your blessings. That will cause you to take a different direction. That will cause you to run away. Like it's like, imagine some of you are in situations where you're like, "I'm surrounded by armies. I'm surrounded by several demons, not just one." The devil has sent several one of his demons after you. But let me tell you this, they can't touch you though. Do you know that when the devil is assigning his demons to people, he tells them, he looks at his agents and he says, this is what he says to his demons. "Y'all know y'all can't touch that child of God, right? God has said it himself. Touch not my anointed one and do my servants no harm." As the devil is ready to release, dispatch his demons at you, he tells them, hold on, y'all, before I dispatch y'all. Y'all know y'all can't touch that child of God, right? Because even the devil is under submission to God. Even the devil has to bow down to God. Every knee shall bow, indeed, including the devil. And so before he dispatches his demons to attack you, he's like, y'all know y'all can't touch that child of God, right? Y'all can torment that child of God. Y'all can watch that child of God from a distance, monitor, try to scare that child. Y'all can do whatever, but y'all know y'all can't touch that child of God, right? Because the devil knows if he touches you, if any one of his demons touches you, he's in trouble. He's in trouble, which means The devil's trying to get to your mind. He's trying to penetrate. He's trying to penetrate your mind. He's trying to make you scared, fearful, doubtful, insecure, paranoid. And some of you, he's trying to stress you out. He's trying to put an overload of stress on you. An overload of stress. But whatever it is that you are facing right now, I want you to release it and surrender it all to God. Because some of you, that's what the instruction is. That's what the solution is that will break these walls of Jericho. Surrendering. Withholding nothing. The enemy is trying to withhold you. Sometimes the very tactic that the devil is using is the very thing that you're doing that is distancing you from God. Withhold. The enemy is trying to hold you back. Withhold your blessings from you. Withhold the things that you need. Some of you are in need of a job, and God is saying, indeed, my child, I have blessed you with a job. But there's some physical interferences. Some of you are in need of money, and God is laughing and saying, yes, my child, I have funds waiting in the bank for you. Whatever it is that you're in need of, God has provided it. But this tactic that the enemy is using of withholding things from you, withholding what you need, it is because you are withholding something that is distancing you from God. Withholding nothing. There's a song that's called Withholding Nothing, actually. There's a song that's called that. And I'm going to find it and I'm going to link it in the comment section. I will pin it in the comment section and in the description box. Withholding nothing. What are you withholding from God? What are you withholding? In the song, it says, I surrender all to you, Lord. Withholding nothing. Release it. Release it. Whatever you're withholding that is distancing you from God, release it. Let it go. Surrender it all to him. Allow God to be completely in control of your life. And some of you are like, Dream, I can't. I have deadlines that I don't want to miss. I have bills to pay. I have responsibilities. I have this and this and this. Dream, I can't because I'm afraid of what's going to happen. Withhold, release, surrender the need for control. Surrender the fear. And you'll watch these walls of Jericho come crashing down. You'll see your enemies quickly part ways, make way for you to receive your blessing. Think about it. As the enemy is trying to withhold you, hold you back, withhold from you. What are you withholding from God? God bless you guys. Reflect on this, because whatever trouble you are facing, whatever problem the enemy has created for you, I promise you, I assure you, the Lord has the solution for that problem. But in order for you to receive the solution, you're going to have to get really, really close to God. But there could be something that you are doing, whether consciously or subconsciously, that is distancing you from God. And is preventing you from getting close enough to him to receive the solution, the instructions. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that this message resonates. I hope it has brought you some good clarity and confirmation. But as always, please pray to the Lord to give you confirmation that this is indeed your message. For those of you who are seeking spiritual assistance, you're always welcome to connect with me. I will put my website in the description box. You're welcome to book a private spiritual guidance and insight session with me. This is where you and I sit down together, we talk about things, and I share with you what the Holy Spirit has to say to you. Take